I am very inspired to share with all of you sciences of antiquity. As millennia ago, the sciences of antiquity that came from the divine knowledge to add value to life, physically, emotionally, existentially. Did you know that millennia ago, a human being had the capacity to be eternally young, physically, with capacity that was making that being unstoppable? The evolution of humanity has temporarily, yes, for millennia, but it is coming back. So temporarily released out of the DNA that capacity of eternal youth, longevity, and advanced physicality capacity. The good news is we are now entering into a new era. We are in that precipice. And in that precipice, we are preparing the new physicality and to adopt the nutrition of antiquity and all the solutions that were available during ancient time. I am sure you are now inspired to hear more, as this science is your divine rights. The nutrition of nowadays is compromising the harmonic of the DNA and of the biology. And I am here to introduce you with my collaborators with whom we have decided to spread awareness, to bring solutions of what each and every being is looking for. All of you listening here crave for one thing: indulge, guilt-free, and enjoy all your favorite meals while looking and feeling fantastic in your body. You all have an ideal physicality or that you have experienced earlier in time or that you target and desire. Did you know that the nutrition of nowadays is so acidic that the body cannot digest that nutrition? Acidic carbonic acid, lactic acid, uric acid is very harsh on the body. The good news is you will now discover this ancient nutrition of antiquity that is alkaline and medicinal. And the good news is you can have pizza, pasta, cookies, desserts, even plant-based cheese. You will discover sweets, chocolates, by simply swapping from acidic ingredients to alkaline, also named alkalinescent or medicinal. To understand what is the difference, you might wonder that the pizza you know so far is always creating difficulties to digest or inflame your body, or your body becomes slimy or swelling. And you are right to point that out. The pizza, the pastas, the cookies, the dessert, the bread, the chocolate, the ice creams, and all that is nowadays available are made with modern ingredients, versus the science of antiquity have ingredients that are non-hybridized, non-crossbred, non-cross-pollinated, which means they are the authentic, original ingredient made by nature with the cosmic arrangement of the sun and all the cosmos that is part of what is in the program of a seed. Any seed carries cosmic intelligence. And that seed creates a fruit, a tree, a plant, a grain, a nut. So the return of this coherent art of living promises indulgence. You have, for example, noticed that every time you cut off carbs, you cut off certain ingredients, you feel better physically, but emotionally speaking, you crave. You have cravings. Those cravings are legit because you're supposed to indulge life at its fullest. So you deprive yourself, you gain result temporarily, but then the emotional body, the joy body, the celebration of your light spirit is missing as it becomes disciplinary and deprivation. With this nutrition, by simply swapping ingredients from acidic forming to alkaline medicinal, you can have a beautiful rendezvous with indulgence, celebration, and you can even invite in friends, family, and let them discover the range rich of possibilities of all your favorite meals just by playing in the kitchen. And it is rapid kitchen prep. As many have families or are entrepreneurs or a busy woman or busy man, you need rapid. And this is the promise as well. So the difference now you understood. An acidic forming ingredient creates inflammation, accelerates aging, creates building up mucus in the body that clogs the organ, clogs the artery, the veins, and all the beautiful anatomy and mechanic that needs to be free from mucus. And the alkaline medicinal nutrition, if you take a pizza or a bread or a dessert that is made with hybridized, crossbred, cross-pollinated ingredients that the body cannot recognize, it interprets, it is the immune system that gets alerted, believing that there is an attack. Can you realize that? The immune system of your body, when it encounters the first bite of acidic forming food created through manipulation of genetic to obtain that food, it's very ancient. The body believes it is an attack. And this repeats itself so many times, 3 times per day, if not more, the whole year. Plus, when the body receives acidic forming ingredients, it needs certain mineral to digest this. And to get the minerals, which normally were supposed to be received from the food itself, but because that food is unnatural, manipulated genetically since millennia, the body has no other option than to take minerals from your hairs, your skin, your organs, your nails, which then translate into gray hair, aging, decay, decline, and really acceleration of aging, which is a no-no. This is important to remember as well. So the benefit by swapping ingredients with this very ancient nutrition, it is the most ancient nutrition on this earth. It was already in papyrus and ancient scroll 4,000 years before Hippocrates, that has been considered first man of medicine, father of medicine. And for your information, Hippocrates was not the first father of medicine. It was another black man in ancient time. And we will definitely go there during the workshop if you desire to know more about the real history of optimum living. As I already know, I don't need to ask you a question. I know you desire to look young, ageless, reverse aging. You desire to indulge. You desire to impress your family and friends, to be like a chef in the kitchen doing something super cool and delicious. You desire to be fit, sculpted. You desire to have longevity. You desire to be pain-free, inflammation-free, swelling-free. You desire to have all the conditions, pain, and whatever physical condition to be out of your body. You desire to feel peaceful, sleep, and wake up fresh like a flower. You desire to have no emotional luggage, mental oppression. You desire to be magnetic, attracting into your life situation, event, and people that look at you and wonder how you did achieve all that. The best example is to be the representative, ambassador of change. You become a walking, living visit card. And then everyone, how did you achieve all that? I want that. My darling, this ancient nutrition, this antiquity science and wisdom is returning strong for the collective. It is a science that is very rarely spoken about. The proof is here. It is the first time you ever hear about that. Yes or no? Yes. Because it was a hidden science. We will not enter into that. No need, unless you ask. By the way, we will have a question and answer. Feel free to share your question with your host. We will have multiple magnificent hosts with whom I co-create, collaborate, workshop, in person and online. We will propose a range rich of solutions. This is one of them. But let me take a moment and show you the menu of solutions and resolutions possibilities. By joining this magnificent gathering of very special light being in human form. Yes, light being. You have been used to hear soul or spirit or consciousness, but the real word to represent who you truly are is you are a light being incarnated in a physical form. This is why you're most sensitive. This is why you don't function like everyone. You're different. You try to fit, by the way, which you should not. I don't try to fit. I impose my difference, which you can hear in the anchoring of my voice. And we will meet in person or online as all the beings that will come one day in this workshop. When they depart, they are changed. They will never be the same, whether it is nutrition, whether it is physicality, rejuvenation, whether it is emotional transformation. You will be transformed in one workshop, and then it will be natural that you desire more of these solutions, more of optimization. So the nutrition of antiquity is the baseline of a physicality. And then, by considering that you come in a workshop, that you are eventually a foreigner coming on holiday, you will then have access to an Omniversity where you can choose the solution of your desire. As the goal here is to work on every aspect of your light beingness, the light spirit, the physicality, the emotion, the existential, the finances. So in this collaboration with all the hosts that will be present in the workshop or online, you have here menu solution on the card, and you start wherever you desire. Offer number 1, workshop in person and online to discover nutrition of antiquity with all the steps and bases to get started with the nutritional guides, with learning how to create through rapid kitchen prep all your favorite meals related to your tradition. Maybe you are Spanish. Maybe you are from Argentina. Maybe you are from the Middle East or Germany or Sweden or Italian, which means you have traditional anchoring that your taste bud love the most. So the goal is to play, continue what you love, swap the ingredients and continue indulging. You will have the possibility to learn how to do pizza, sourdough. Did you know that when you consume a flour that has been fermented, becoming a sourdough with a starter leaven, the fermentation, it's the good bacteria that loves you so much that will break down the food and transform an ingredient into a higher frequency that when you eat, you have all the probiotics, belly dancing, break dancing, happy, powerful. And you know that a gut flora that has a strong probiotic means optimum digestion, mind clear, heart peaceful. You are functioning with optimization. So you will learn how to make bread, pizza, pasta, cookies, dessert, chocolate. Ah, chocolate. Did you know that with this nutrition you can have the chocolate that you will learn how to do yourself with all magnificent ingredients? And you can have it every day because it's so packed with nutrition that you don't have to say, today I ate chocolate, tomorrow I have to be careful. No, 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 no. Tomorrow I have another one because it's nourishing. Nourishment. We will transmit to you the knowledge how to eat, when to indulge. Trust me, make your experience. This is why the workshop in person has, especially for the nutrition, when nutrition is there. A conference is about explanation, but a buffet, when someone goes into the buffet, take a plate, discover the magnificent food, indulge, feel great, no side effect, no fatigue, no sugar spike, no inflammation, no problem of digestion, and indulgence, guilt-free, and you lose weight while indulging. If you are overweight, with the indulgence, you will shrink, shrink, shrink until reaching the ideal weight. If you are underweight, you will build your anatomy at its optimum potential, which means you will gain muscle and just enough to cover your foundation skeleton. So it depends where you are at. But no more dieting, my love. You know that when you cut off carbs, you feel better. But in this nutrition, you don't need to cut off carbs. You just need to implement carbs of antiquity, which you will discover. So yes, in person, you have the opportunity to taste. And when someone tastes, you don't even need a conference. You don't need to explain. It's adopted. They sign up. Contract for eternity of indulgence. But even online, your eyes will recognize the beauty, and you will be your own hand, continuity of the hand of the chef, whether it is myself or a beautiful co-host that will also be part of the culinary classes. Art. Actually, let me tell you, this nutrition, it's galactic gastronomy. I know it's a big revelation. We will talk about that. Very ancient and high frequency. My darling, let's take a moment. Have you noticed how I express myself? Have you observed how articulate and those words, chosen words, frequency, you know what is going on here. There is a presence, there is an anchoring, there is a consciousness that is articulating frequency science that promotes life, that sustains life, enhance life. You can hear it just with my voice and the way the melody shares knowledge. Yes or no? Yes. That it's because of the implementation of nutrition, of herbalism of antiquity, of energy work. When you will have your homework done, which is going to be a joy, you will upgrade. You will become so self-confident. You will become unstoppable, unrecognizable, unshakable. You will navigate life, lead up. Wherever you go, people stop and watch. Why? Because you will have so much light of volume of your light spirit within, and your body will reconnect with its divine intelligence. You cannot have the body functioning right, reconnecting with divine intelligence when constantly acidic forming food are dropped into this anatomy. The body cannot support that. It is not your fault. You have been receiving an education that your family did their best with what they knew. But what they knew was part of the education of a system that did not teach optimization. When you will discover this nutrition and compare the nutritional guide list with what is on the market, you're going to understand 80% of what is on the market is hybridized, crossbred, cross-pollinated. That is so harming the body. You will know better. So you will take care of yourself better. And remember, no dieting, no cutting off this. It's more about what to add, how to indulge today. So anything called chronic fatigue, mental activity, hypersensitivity, allergies, conditions, pain, inflammation, overweight, fear, any emotion will disappear. A lot comes from the food, but not only. You will have access to sciences of antiquity, galactic wisdom, and all solutions to attain rejuvenation, optimization, pain-free, emotional baggages free. And if you desire that your life opens up in every sphere of existence, if you desire to attract into your life the highest frequency people, whether as friend, as lover, if this is your target, as collaborator, as client, as student, as sisterhood, brotherhood, you are in the right place. As you will have the opportunity to clear all bloodline inherited by default luggage. You are part of a bloodline. Father, mother, ancestry. They have a DNA luggage that has been transmitted to you. Belief system, fear, lack, pain, conditions, epigenetics, scarcity, problematic event. It's transferred to you like it's an inheritance. And this, whatever is good, is wonderful. But whatever is not good for you, that you unfortunately recycle, repeat, same pattern, same story, same trajectory of life, you can clear that. And during the training, you will receive the solution. And you will discover one thing, which normally you should adore. I said, you are a light spirit in a human form, a light being. It's beautiful just to hear that. Now, did you know that if you learn how to communicate and command, not communicate, command your light spirit, You will become a commander of light. You can here in the Omniversity discover and learn how to release your body from pain, inflammation, fatigue, fear, emotional baggage, anything from the emotion, like lack of self-confidence, lack of self-trust, betrayal, whatever, anything that is problematic event, physical, emotional, existential. You will discover on how to command your light spirit, how to co-create with your light spirit, to release anything that disturbs you physically, emotionally, existentially, financially, in life. That is your divine birthright. As you are now discovering, this work is to take you out of codependency with anyone, which means you become your own practitioner of light. Key in hand, you learn everything that adds value to you, and you are your own practitioner of light. You will need no one. When you have received all the training that you choose, whether only nutrition, whether only rejuvenation, whether only optimization, whether only becoming the captain of your light spirit and co-create and release any problematic event in life, or create anything you desire to experience, you're going to be unstoppable, my darling. You are so much more than what you are now. So much more. And myself and the host co-creating, they have passion to show you real solution. If you are a practitioner, you can become a practitioner deluxe, which means something else. As you know, all this that you heard today is very rare. You don't find this on Google. You don't find this on internet. At the moment, it is an emerging science of antiquity coming back. It's not a new science. It's the most ancient science. It's coming back. And you are the first pioneers discovering these solutions, implementing, and when you will have results, you will say, I want more of that. What else is on the menu? This is why I'm taking a moment today. I could have only spoken about nutrition, but my integrity knows that if you desire to reconnect with agelessness, potential and potent rejuvenation, be emotion of heaviness free, be pain free, be optimized, be unstoppable, be the ultimate version of yourself, attract finances, attract the best situation, and be the representative of the ideal version of you. I know that it requires multiple branches: nutrition, clearing with the herbs the accumulated waste, mucus, and parasitic life form, energy work, light being command, captain, learning how to practice. When you implement these multiple branches, then yes, whatever I said, it's my promise to you. So this is why I choose to speak about the base, nutrition, but to also go a little bit in different branches to tell you, you need this fuse direction to have the totality of the promise of what I am mirroring as possible. And I am one of the representatives that practice, implement ambassadorship. So, my beautiful darling, let's do one thing. Come back to your host that shared this presentation. We are going to organize workshop in person. That same workshop is available online to learn, practice, implement, and then to have more programs that is adapted to your needs, to your rhythm. So connect with your host and please feel comfortable to ask questions. I am very pleased to do a Q&A that is the continuum of this recording. All you need to do is to ask. This is new. It is legitimate that you have questions, as it is new. There is no reference on the internet. You cannot go and Google and try to understand. It's not there. It's coming new. So you need responses. Feel free to ask. Feel free. And I want you to know that with energy work, by learning how to co-create with your light spirit, you can learn how to break free from physical pain, back pain, insomnia, inflammation, swelling, leg problem, feet problem, head problem, anything. Why? Because everything is a condensed energy first. Remember that. So wherever you come from, whatever is your now target, start somewhere. Anything I have spoken, if you now say to your host that will receive your response, that shared this presentation, I'm interested only in energy work, ask for it. If another one say, I just want the rejuvenation, ask for it. Because this is you who create the program. The program has multiple branches, as you heard today. Now choose what inspires you. Maybe where you are at, you just want to be pain-free, because that pain is not acceptable. Ask for it. And then we will co-create around your inquiry. And if you have questions, drop them. And I will do an MP3, or like today, with a beautiful image in the background. And I will respond to your questions. Know that this is mainly in English, but I have a beautiful crew that has, by the way, maybe you should hear them. I have a beautiful crew that co-create with me. You will meet them online, and we will organize a Q&A. I'm wondering if I should let the crew participate. I will pause this recording and I will speak with the crew. And if they are present, then I will record some of their expression. Let me pause now. Let me pause.
Continuation from the crew, designed for those discovering this path for the first time. What you have just been introduced to is a return to something deeply natural and accessible. These workshops are designed as a practical doorway into a way of living where the body, the mind, and daily life begin to align effortlessly. Through the integration of ancient nutrition, everything becomes simpler and more enjoyable. Meals become a source of pleasure and nourishment at the same time. Favorite foods remain part of life: pizza, pasta, desserts, chocolate. Yet they are recreated with ingredients that support vitality, lightness, and long-term balance. As this way of eating becomes familiar, the body begins to respond beautifully. A natural sense of lightness and comfort emerges. The body gradually refines and sculpts itself. Skin becomes clearer, more radiant. Energy remains stable throughout the day. A feeling of satisfaction replaces the need for excess. This is not about restriction. This is about intelligent indulgence. At the same time, another layer unfolds through the practice of inner alignment and self-guidance. Participants learn how to become present, aware, and responsive to their own inner signals, developing a natural sense of direction in everyday life. This creates clearer decision-making, stronger self-confidence, a grounded sense of stability, a natural ability to move toward what feels right and aligned. Life begins to reorganize itself in a very tangible way. Opportunities, relationships, and situations start to reflect this internal clarity. There is a growing sense of being in the right place, at the right time, with the right people. With consistency, this approach supports a renewed sense of youthfulness and longevity, a body that feels strong, flexible, and responsive, emotional balance and inner calm, a steady sense of motivation and enjoyment in daily life. The workshops are structured to be both immersive and supportive. In-person experiences offer a full reset, hands-on learning, shared moments, and direct application. Online continuity allows for integration, practice, and progression at a comfortable rhythm with a sense of connection and shared evolution. Over time, participants develop the ability to prepare nourishing and enjoyable meals with ease, understand what their body responds to best, maintain clarity and direction in their daily life, feel confident in their choices and lifestyle. This is a path of self-mastery through simplicity, a way of living where well-being, enjoyment, and personal growth naturally coexist. And step by step, each person becomes fully capable of sustaining this for themselves, with clarity, confidence, and a genuine sense of Vault of Aeonic Remembrance, the Alia Base Room, CLS Architects, and Shadarian K.
My beautiful darlings, I had some technological glitch and it's okay. So you have here heard the crew that co-create and collaborate with me. Now my recommendation is connect with the host that shared this information. Ask all the questions that inspires you, and I will respond in a Q&A MP3 format. And then let's start. Let's start this magnificent adventure where it feels good to be alive. And the beauty is you're going to meet other light beings like you who speaks the same heart language. You will meet and make friends and have fun. Indulgence is now your portion. It's your divine rights. Feeling wonderful is your divine rights. Being self-confidence, having life favoring you, attracting situation, event, and circumstances that makes you feel so great inside and in appreciation. This is what you deserve. Come and join. Make your experience. Feel the feeling. When you will feel the feeling, you will know it is for you. Let's connect very soon. I let you reconnect with the host and we take it from there. It is a pleasure and a profound honor to share with you forgotten sciences of antiquity that is now available for you, for your lifestyle, life choice, to make you become the version of you that is memorable. This was your host, Che, and the crew. Meet you very soon. I close the recording.